the result. So I like to think of multiplication, another way of thinking about it is thinking about it as glorified addition. So what that means is that if I have 8 times 4, I know that that equals 32. I'm taking my one number, 8, and I'm adding it 4 times. So 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 really is 32. It's just an easier way of doing it. We're combining many groups of the same size and then counting the result. One thing that we're going to be doing with this problem is that we have to remember that all of it relates back to base 10. And base 10 means that it's a way to think about it if you're using blocks to help you. If you're more of a visual learner, I'm a visual learner, and so using blocks has helped me figure out the base 10 system. But here's just a little rundown of it. 1 cube, just like that, is equal to 1. Very simple, very easy. A rod, which looks like that, is equal to 10. A flat, which is 10 rows of rods, gives us 100. A supercube is equal to 10 flats of 100 stacked on top of each other. A supercube is 1,000 flats stacked on top of each other. A super times 3 cube is 10,000 flats stacked on top of each other. And a super times 4 cube is all of these flats stacked on top of each other to give you 1 million. So we're going to be relating back our problem to the base 10 number system. So our problem that we have is 2,379 times 1,204. And so I've written out the 2 here in this case represents the 2 supercubes. So we know that a supercube is equal to 1,000. And so we have 2 of those. 1,000 plus 1,000 gives us 2,000. We have 3 flats, and we know that a flat equals 100, and we have 3 of those. So 100 plus 100 plus 100 gives us 300. We know that we have 7 rods, and we know that a rod equals 10. So 10 times 10, 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10, so on, gives us 70. And then we have 9 cubes, which are just equal to 1, so that's just 9. And same with over here, we have 1 supercube, which we know equals 1,000. We have 2 flats, which we know both equal 100, so 100 plus 100. We have 0 rods, so it means that we have no place value for the tens place. And we have 4 cubes left over. So we're going to do this problem. I probably wrote this a little big, so just grab another sheet here. 379 times 1,204. So we're first going to start with going back to our multiplication. We're combining many groups of the same size and then counting the result. Or if you want to think of it as glorified addition, you're taking 2,379 and you're adding it, like we did here, 1,204 times. Now obviously that would take a very long time, so that's why multiplication was created, to help things go just a little more smoothly. So first we're going to start by multiplying our first number in the 5's place. No, the tens place. So we're going to take 9 times 4, which we know equals 36. And so this is going to be the same thing with carrying like we did in addition. So we're going to put the 6 here and the 3 here. And we're going to take 7 times 4, which we know is 28, plus 3 is 31. So we're going to put the 1 here, carry the 3. And we're going to say that 4 times 3 equals 12, plus 3 is 15. 5, 1. And we know that 2 times 4 equals 8 plus 1 is 9. So since we already have a value in our ones place, we're going to put a 0 underneath because we already have a value in the ones place. So we want to get something in the tens place because that was the ones place and we already did that. And now we have the tens place. So we know that anything times 0 is 0, 0 times 9 is 0, 0 times 7 is 0, 0 times 3 is 0, and 0 times 2 is 0. So that makes for a pretty easy tens place. So now that that one's done, we have our hundredths place. So we go tens, hundredths, and then we are going to then multiply. So 2 times 9 is 18. So we're going to put the 8, carry the 1. 2 times 7 is 14, plus 1 is 15. Carry the 1. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. And 2 times 2 is 4. The next thing that we're going to do is we are going to put 3 zeros because we are now in our thousandths place. 1 times 9 is 9. 1 times 7 is 7. 1 times 3 is 3. And 1 times 2 is 2. So now we're going to add all of these. 6 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 6. 1 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 1. 5 plus 8 is 13. 9 plus 9 is 18. Plus 1 is 19. Plus 5 is 23. 7 plus 7 is 14. Plus 2 is 16. On here. 4 plus 3 is 7. Plus 1 is 8. And then we just bring down our 2. So, get a new sheet here. Our answer is 2, 8, 6, 3. So our answer was 2,863,316. So we'll start from the back. We know that, again, we're going to go back to our base 10 here. So we know that the 6 equals 6 cubes. The 1 flat, equals 100. 3, we know, or I'm sorry, these are rods. Whoops. Rods. 1 rod is 10. This is flats. 3 flats, which we know equal 100. It's going to be 300. And then we have 3 super cubes, which is equal to 3,000. We have 6 super cubes, which is equal to 10,000, which is equal to 60,000. And then we have 8 super times 3 cubes, which would give us 800,000. And then we have 2 super times 4 cubes, which is 1 million. Which we have 2 of those, so that gives us 2 million. And again, this relates back to our rule of multiplication, which says that we're combining many groups of the same size and then counting the results. So our final answer is 2,863,000.